Roger Waters is best known for two things: his work with Pink Floyd and the fact that he can be miserably abrasive. I could use a much more descriptive word, but I want to stay in whatever algorithm I can. The former Pink Floyd co-founder has made the headlines again for totally roasting heavy metal icon Ozzy Osbourne's legacy, just weeks after Osbourne's death. And rightfully so, family and fans are pissed. Waters, never one to hold his tongue, appeared on the Independent Inc. podcast and launched into a rant about how the media focuses on celebrity stories over serious issues. In doing so, he threw some uppercuts to Ozzy Osbourne, suggesting that the coverage of Osbourne's death was just another media distraction. He said Ozzy Osbourne, who just died, bless him in whatever state he was in his whole life. We'll never know. The music, I couldn't give an F. I don't care about Black Sabbath, I never did. I have no interest in biting the heads off chickens or whatever they do. I couldn't care less, you know. These comments were completely insensitive and disrespectful, especially to the Osbourne family, who quickly responded. Ozzy Osbourne's son, Jack, wasted no time delivering a rebuttal. Jack took to Instagram and put Waters on blast, writing, "Hey Roger Waters, F you. How pathetic and out of touch you've become. The only way you seem to get attention these days is by vomiting out bullshit in the press. My father always thought you were a C-word. Thanks for proving him right." This public smackdown from Jack quickly went viral from rock and metal fans. As longtime Pink Floyd followers know, Roger's combative outbursts often might say more about Roger himself than their targets. But I suspect, like other rock stars, that seeing the massive outpouring of love and media attention for Ozzy Osbourne's death touched a nerve with some. You have to wonder, is Waters concerned about his own legacy? A brilliant songwriter and conceptualist, but even those close to Pink Floyd have hinted that Waters can be driven by jealousy. In fact, Polly Sampson, David Gilmour's wife, once described Roger as sick with envy when calling him out. Waters has always carried that darker edge. For decades, fans have seen it play out. His constant feuds with bandmates, and even re-recording Pink Floyd classics while downplaying the contributions of his other bandmates. Even as long as 50 years ago, it was well known that Waters would have incidents where he would spit on his own fans in the audience. An infamous moment that inspired him to write The Wall and physically build a barrier between himself and the audience on the 1980 tour. He's never been shy about staking his claim in rock history, and that abrasive streak, love it or hate it, has always been part of his identity. It's also that aspect of Waters' personality that made Pink Floyd's creative dynamic work so well. That tension between Waters and the more easygoing, universally likable David Gilmour was the secret ingredient in Pink Floyd's chemistry. Waters brought the biting social commentary, the conceptual brilliance, and yes, the confrontational edge, while Gilmour provided the soulful guitar solos, the soothing vocals, and a calm, relatable presence that fans found endearing. Gilmour has often been seen as the heart to Roger's brain of the band, the member who stayed out of the fray and projected a kind of warmth on stage, which made audiences love him. Gilmour's popularity among Pink Floyd fans is immense. He's regarded as much more approachable, affable figure. You could say Gilmour is to Pink Floyd what Ozzy was to Black Sabbath in terms of fan likability. Ozzy, despite his wild antics, was adored by millions as sort of that crazy but lovable uncle of heavy metal. Gilmour's melodic voice and laid-back demeanor earned him a reputation as the likable rock icon, in stark contrast to Waters' often prickly public image. At the end of the day, Waters' comments about Ozzy feel less like an honest critique, but more like a kind of bitterness that's followed him his whole career. And in the shadow of Ozzy's passing, it only highlights the difference. One man remembered with pure love, and another still fighting to be understood, while remaining as bitter and miserable as always. Please help our algorithm, hit like and subscribe. We thank you for watching Rock Buzz.